The homeowner who shot Renisha McBride in Detroit has actually been charged with murder and manslaughter. He's also been identified. He's 54-year-old Theodore Wafer. And the charges include murder in the second degree, which carries a term of up to life in prison, a manslaughter charge with a maximum term of 15 years in prison, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony or attempted commission, which carries a 2-year prison sentence if he is convicted. Now, there are a number of things that led to these charges. First of all, his story changed. Originally, he had told police officials that his gun accidentally discharged when Renisha McBride approached his home at around 4:30 in the morning. And then later, his lawyer said, no, it turns out that he did it in self-defense. Well, you changed your story there. Did it go off on accident, or did he intentionally do it in self-defense? So that inconsistency alone led to some of the charges. However, there was another very important element to the story that led to the charges, and that included the fact that there was no evidence of forced entry. And in order to use the Castle Doctrine as a defense, there has to be evidence of forced entry. I should also note that Renisha McBride did have a blood alcohol level that was above the limit, so she was drunk, and the prosecutor says that McBride was bloodied, confused, and disoriented.
Now, she'd been in an accident. That's a huge part of the reason why. Look, the fact that she had the blood alcohol level that she did, which was not outrageous, but it was, above the legal level, could lead her to, knocking a little louder. The guy said there was a lot of banging, etc. So it's a little relevant to the case, but not very relevant to the case. It doesn't really matter if she's drunk. If she has no weapon and she's not trying to enter your house, you don't get to shoot her in the face. And you don't get to say afterwards, well, I did shoot her in the face, but she was a little intoxicated. Right?
It's going to be, that said, it's going to be a very tough conviction, I would imagine.
So I don't know about that. So the Castle Doctrine, as Anna pointed out, is, somebody's trying to enter your house, and she wasn't, right? Although the defense will say, I didn't know that she wasn't trying to enter my house, right? And then you could try to stand your ground, which exists in Michigan, right? But you have to have some fear for your life. She's not even in your house, and she doesn't have a weapon.
Still likely to bring that up at trial, and which could stop the trial right off the bat if the judge says stand your ground applies.
Right. Now, to me, that seems like an incredible stretch, right? Far more of a stretch than even the Zimmerman thing, which obviously eventually a jury agreed with, right? But here, there's no fight, there's no interaction. One person is outside the home, unarmed, et cetera, et cetera. Right. And I think the prosecutors are right. To me, when we first did the story on the first day, Anna, when I heard that the defense said, oh, he slipped and fired by accident, and he was worried she was trying to come in, I was like, that's a classic lie. Like, whenever you go to two excuses, you're lying, okay? It's a telltale sign. And by the way, if you're trying to lie about something, word to the wise, just stick with one excuse, okay? Like, oh, it slipped, plus I was worried. Well, no, not really. It's one or the other, right?
I'm sorry I'm late. There was a lot of traffic and I couldn't find my keys.
I would have stuck with one of those, not both of those.
Right.
So maybe the jury, Ben, will think like, oh my God, if somebody came to my house in the middle of the night and I was scared, etc.
Bleeding.
And they were, okay.
It was a woman, and she was on my porch asking for help.
Right, but I just mean if you got a good lawyer and you ask every member of the jury to close their eyes, it's completely dark. It's 4:30 in the morning, and then you bang on the jury, on the panel in front of you, like, let me in. You panic. You got to defend your family. Like I was going to say, you might get 6, you might get 12, but I imagine that you have a compelling case, and it seems like this case is crying out for some sort of plea deal, because I imagine prosecutors know that it would be a fairly tough conviction. Because again, unlike the things that make stand your ground apply more even with Zimmerman than here, is that like this guy didn't go out seeking it. Zimmerman went out seeking it. Here's a person, you're home, you're minding your own business, and then on your house you suddenly feel threatened. I imagine this guy will testify at trial because there's so little reason. He can't really get himself in great trouble. He's going to tell a story that he was afraid. I just think it'll be tough. So this sounds like a plea deal, so the prosecutor won't want to let him walk, and he'll end up, manslaughter or something. Maybe that would seem to be a way out.
I think they can convict him on manslaughter. Second-degree murder's hard because you got to show a bunch of things, and like the jury's going to be reluctant, as Ben says, to say that he wanted to kill her, right? But at the same time, you just can't shoot someone in the face who shows up on your porch. Like, Jehovah's Witnesses show up on your porch. People trying to get signatures show up, trick-or-treaters show up on your porch. You can't shoot those people in the face. You just can't do it, right? But to your point, Ben, if they turned off the lights in the court and the guy did that trick and then the bomb thing and stuff, there's some chance he gets shot. Like, it's America, right? Like, everybody's packing, right?
Everybody's
you got guns.
armed,
You got guns everywhere. And the first thing that Anna and I said on the case, they got all those guns and they can't wait to use them. So, like, somebody showed up in the middle of the night, yes, I get to shoot him in the face.